Hey my loves, hey my loves. My other video got cut off and I was just steady talking. Anywho, but to pick up where I left off, this place is magical. You are magical. And in order to tap into your majestic body, you have to go through a healing process. And it's not going to feel good, y'all. It's not. But I have 300 and something videos on where it was not feeling good. And the last two videos I put up, which were the blackout videos, and it's so crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, like, God works in mysterious and not so mysterious ways. Okay, so the last, as I was posting, if you look at the dates on when those videos was recorded, I think they were recorded either in December or November. So I wasn't feeling like that when the videos that I posted, I wasn't feeling like that. That's me going through my process and going through the spiritual journey for me to be here now, right? And so when I was posting those two videos, of course I had to listen to all the videos before I posted them because I wanted to remember what I said. So every video that I posted, I wanted to remember what I said. So I went through them, and those two videos, oh, they were so emotional. Like, I can hear me crying in the videos, and I can hear me like trying to find my words. But the crazy part about it, now when I listened to the videos, it didn't spark no emotion in me. Well, it did spark an emotion, but it wasn't sadness, it wasn't depression, it didn't even bring up tears because I was hearing myself cry. What it did bring up was growth, y'all, because that same weekend that I posted those videos, my entire family went on a trip without me. I didn't even get invited. I wouldn't have went anyway, but I didn't even get an invite. And when I asked about it, was because you're negative. And I'm like, I'm not negative. I'm like the most not negative person you know. But anyway, that's not the story. But if you watch those two blackout videos, it was because I was feeling abandoned and alone, because I wasn't invited to a spot or I wasn't included. And if you watch any of my other videos, I always say, you know, your separation leads to your elevation as well. You know, you'll hear that a lot in the spiritual community. And it means something. When God isolates you and you have a different path that is separate than the flock of sheep, it's going to be difficult, especially when you are the only one in your circle that has awakened. Because the things that you enter over and understand, the people around you don't. And it's going to feel as if they're shunning you, but it's not that. They're not shunning you. God is separating you for a particular reason. And as difficult as it is to go against whomever it may be, it could be your family, it could be your wife or your husband, it could even be your children. And that's a delicate situation, especially as a parent. So don't look at it as that. So when I was listening to those two blackout videos, and I was like, oh my gosh. Because when I tell you, the reaction this time was not the reaction that time. I had planned the whole entire weekend. I did, and I loved it. It was the very first time, y'all, that I had to deal with only my energy and the animal's energy. There was no other walking person human being, walking in this space but me. First night, I still felt everybody's energy. Second day, it was like kind of off and on, but Sunday morning, y'all. When I tell you, Sunday morning, I was at peace. The dogs was at peace. My cat was at peace. We had an awesome weekend. And that showed me where my growth came in at. Because when you're dealing with abandonment issues after being raised by narcissistic parents, and then, you know, meeting a guy and him doing black magic on you, and him being an undercover narcissist, you know, it tends to do something. It diminishes you to a point where you have to find yourself again. And that's basically what I was doing during this time, these videos now, which I'm going to post absolutely today. These are real-time videos, so it won't be posted like a month from now. I'm posting them today, so you can enter over and understand where I'm at the moment after those two videos. But I was going through another transformation during those two blackout videos, and I didn't enter over or understand. But when I listened to them, what was it? How many days ago did I post them? When I listened to them then, and I was like, wow. Because it was just, I think I posted them on the weekend, or was it before the weekend? I'm not sure. So whenever those videos was posted, if the weekend came before or after, that was the weekend that I was home alone. And when I tell y'all, I felt so magical, and it just let me know what I would feel like without other energies interfering with me, which also allowed me to know when I am being invaded, when my space, when my energetic field is being invaded. I feel it. I feel it now. So it was a good thing. I looked forward to it, and I had an awesome time. The dogs, y'all, I didn't put them in their cages. I even talked to them because Remy was being a bully. She was growling at her brother when he wanted the ball, and I had to talk to her. I talked to them the whole time. I didn't yell at them. I didn't fuss at them, and they understood what I said. They understand. Animals understand when you talk to them. And they was barking at me. I told y'all, don't bark at me. I said, I'm not yelling at y'all. Don't you yell at me. Remy said, I was no back talk, young lady. Ooh, she a feisty one. I sat outside with them. So I fussed at Remy and was like, let your brother. Listen, y'all, it took Cash a minute. It took Cash a minute to even be a dog, because he was just, he didn't know how to play. And he came and sat beside me, and I had to look him in his eyes, and I was like, Cash, it's okay, you can play. I said, I'm not putting y'all in y'all cages. You can play. This weekend, be a dog. Just play. Be a dog. Run, jump, play with the ball. And so when he tried to get the ball, he had the ball. And then all of a sudden, Remy had the ball. So I purposely went out there, got the ball from Remy. I made her give it to me. And I gave it to Cash. And she went out there, and I watched her, y'all. She growled at him. And, of course, he's such a gentleman. He gave his little sister the freaking dog. The ball. So I was mad. And I said, Remy, now that was not nice. I said, you took the ball from him the last time when he had it. And I said, he can play with the ball too. I said, don't be selfish. I said, that is not nice. Y'all, when I tell y'all, the next day, I seen Cash just running and jumping with the ball. And Remy just standing there. You could tell, y'all, you could tell she wanted to play with the ball. She sat there and stared at her brother for a minute before she went on about her business. And then on Sunday, I sat out there with my tea. Lucky was outside doing whatever he wanted, I believe. Or did I put him up? I'm not sure. And so I sat out there with them, and I watched them play. When one had the ball, the other one had the stick. When one had the stick, the other one had the ball. Y'all, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. I wanted them to experience what Lucky gets to experience. Just love. And understanding that they want to be free. That they just want to play. Cash is such a big old baby. And Remy is too. But I had a good weekend, y'all. I did. I had an awesome weekend. With just me, my energy, oh my gosh. I almost forgot what that felt like. The last time I felt that, I was in Texas. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you for growth. Thank you for growth. Ooh, 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 I thank you. And so I don't know where you are at in your journey when you clicked on. If you are not where I am at presently, and you're at the beginning of your journey and you're just now realizing or being aware, because it's always been that way. You're just now becoming aware. Understand, please understand. And let me break down when I say understand. Understand that the people around you, it doesn't matter, whoever it is that you're just now discovering, whoever it is that you just thought of, that you're just now discovering, does not have your best interest at heart. And I used to say that don't love you, but that's being judgmental. And yes, there are certain situations where we need to be judgmental, but in certain situations there's not. And for me, this is not a situation where I need to be judgmental. Why? Because I was once asleep as well, and so were you. And so your love language is changing to a certain extent. And how, please, if you're anything like me, you've loved yourself as much as possible. You weren't aware, consciously aware, that you weren't loving yourself until you went deep, until you went into your soul, until you listened to God, okay? And you sat down and things started to become aware. But 9 times out of 10, we become aware of our outside surroundings before we become aware of what's going on inside. And so that's why I say in the beginning, you're going to be mad, you're going to be angry, you're going to be like, oh, they did this and they did that. But on the opposite side of that is your part. But when you're going through the process and you start discovering that the people around you don't have your best interest at heart, not that they don't love you, because what I was about to say is, if you yourself have felt like that you have loved yourself, much as like you ain't take no crap from nobody, you spoke your mind, you thought, you spoke your mind. Understand, and understand, we've all been conditioned from childhood. I don't care who you are watching this video. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what religion you come from. You've been conditioned. You've been brainwashed. Whole nother story. Right. But when you realize that you didn't love yourself completely because you didn't even understand or understand or overstand what that meant because of how you were raised and how you were conditioned by society and the music and the TV shows and the commercials and the people around you, you didn't know. So how do you expect people who have not even awakened to themselves to the extent that you have to love them the way you are asking them to love you? That's just a thought to ponder. Not saying they should not be held accountable for the things that they did. But when you get to the point where you know, that's where forgiveness comes in. Because like they say, they know not what they do. They really don't. Because we didn't know. You and I didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know until now. We didn't know until this part of our journey. We didn't know until God, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, is spirit. And it's holy because it's of the light. Now, there are other spirits out there, so the ones that resonate with my channel are of the light and live through their heart space and aren't vindictive. I've lived my life just being, I'll speak my mind and you'll get the emotion, but I'm not going to do no get back. I never did. I never was vindictive. Never was. I thought about it. Oh, plenty of time. I thought about it. But I've always said God will handle it. Karma handled it. Because whatever anybody sent my way, you're going to get it back. That's just how this world works. You're going to get it back. You're gonna get it back. So I hope you guys are well. I really do. So as I went through that shift, that transformation, and it happened, like when I watched the video, that's when I recognized how I transformed. It's not like, oh, I recognize I transformed today. No. It doesn't happen that way. Not for me anyway. It doesn't happen that way. It'll take for another situation for me to be able to reflect back on a previous situation that was similar for me to recognize my growth. That's how I'm like, oh, okay, girl. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. So no matter what you're going through, recognize and celebrate the triumphs. You have to do it yourself, because people around you ain't going to be like, oh, girl, I see you change. I see you doing good. They're not going to say that, because they're consciously on a different program than what you are. That's basically what awaken means. That's it. Think of Neo and all the Agent Smiths. That is you right now. You are Neo in a space full of Agent Smiths. There's a lot more Agent Smiths than there are Neos. We are the Neos. And it's okay to feel the way you feel. And it's okay to voice your opinions and your emotions. Okay? It's okay. But try not to bring harm to anything. So now that I am caught up and I now know where I want to go with my channel, I'll have some new content coming. But I wanted to give y'all an update, because right now y'all have been watching 2 months worth of backlog videos. So this is my first current video. And it's the morning time on a Saturday. And I've been up since 6 o'clock. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. I got Big Bertha in here with me, y'all. I'll show y'all her at another time. It's my aloe plant. And I just named her Big Bertha because that's what she looked like sitting up there. She looked like Big Bertha. All right, my loves. I have talked enough. I don't know. I may post some more videos today. Just giving y'all an update. Because, I mean, a lot more happened since I've, recorded my last video. I have gained some weight, y'all. Oh, Lord. But I'm okay with that because I know what to do. Anyhow, I don't even know why I felt the need to say that. But that's okay. I understand, overstand, and understand why. So, all right, my loves. Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov.